Guys, got some Mahindra diagnostic stuff for you here today. I was just going to do a PDI on a little Mahindra. We'll get into it. All right, guys, good morning. I'm sitting here this morning doing a little PDI on a tractor, getting it ready to go. This is one of Mahindra's little OJA tractors. So this is a 2123. Pretty popular tractor for us. We do a fair amount of these little guys. They're a good little tractor. They run good. They work good. What I was going to show you here today, one of the questions we get quite a lot on the OJAs, I shouldn't say necessarily just with the OJAs, but how to plug into them, how to get diagnostics and stuff off. And I wanted to show you just kind of how complicated it is on one of these. So one of the things that you're used to seeing on most of Mahindra's tractors is an OBD2 port. This tractor does not have one on it. I'll show you what it does have, and I'll show you what it has to kind of plug into it, what you have to have, and show you why it's really a lot more complicated than just being able to do that. So I'll turn the camera around here and then I'll show you that. Guys, so I was just going to show you what it takes to kind of plug into one of these tractors. And then I was going to give you just a little bit of insight with that so that you kind of understood a little bit with it. But this tractor actually uses a plug here. I believe it's a 6-pin plug. This is just the cap that goes in it. It's up here underneath the dash on these little tractors up here. There is one version of it that's over on the side, but these are up here in the front. There is a little adapter that adapts it to an OBD port that you have to have this little adapter. Then we can plug into it with that. The pass-through device that we use is Garuda, is the Garuda 2 tool. The problem is, guys, I'd like to just give a little bit of background on that. When you have the stuff that we do to plug into that, it doesn't do you a lot of good. For like this little tractor here, a lot of guys think this is going to be some cure-all, fix-all deal, and it's really not. This setup, we can flash some software on this engine. We can flash some software into the ECU. We can see a few things, but very, very, very little information can actually be gleaned from that. So when a guy thinks that when they're going to get this plug-in set up like what we have, they think they're going to get a whole lot of information, but when in fact it's really not what they're thinking it's going to be. So what I mean by that, I was just trying to show you, you can kind of see what we have to plug into that. With the right to repair stuff that a lot of guys have questioned and said that they want the right to repair and they want to be able to fix the tractor themselves and work on it themselves. That's great. I have absolutely no problem with that. The problem that I have with it is a lot of guys are expecting that to be a one-size-fits-all easy thing that all they're going to do is they're going to get the computer system that the dealers use. They're going to plug right into it and it's going to solve all their problems, and it's going to be this magical cure to fix the tractor that they didn't have before, essentially. And I'm just telling you, on a lot of this, especially the little tractors, that's far from the truth. Matter of fact, sometimes you're a little bit more perplexed after you plug into it as you would be if you didn't. But when we get into the big tractors, absolutely. When we get into the big tractors, absolutely, there is a ton of information. But what I find is a problem on the bigger tractors whenever we get into that is I have hours upon hours upon hours of training on how to use the software on the big tractors, how to find what I need, how to glean the information that we need, and how to interpret that information into a repair. And what's going to be hard for the average guy, like I said, I'm just kind of going off on a little bit of a tangent. The average guy to go ahead and repair his tractor on his own without that training, he's kind of left in the dark a little bit on there. Yes, he's got access to it. He's got the computer. He's got the pass-through. He's got plugged into it, and he's got all the information he needs. But now what in the world do you do with it? What do you do when you get the information that you have on there? How do you glean that into a repair? And that's the part that I think is the real disconnect between the right to repair stuff is the average customer still doesn't have the training that they need, especially on the big tractors. The little tractors are a little bit different, but especially on the big tractors, without that training on there on how to interpret what you're doing and how to work with it, and then having the backup of the factory or the repair reps or something along those lines, you got a tough row to hoe. And so that's what I was just going to show you on that. And I showed you how we plug into that little tractor. When we plug into this, very, very, very little information you're going to get from this, other than we can put some software in here for the dash unit. We can put, this has a electric governor, in it that we can do see a little bit with. But short of that, this little tractor here, there's very, very little information that you're going to get plugging a laptop into it. So just a little bit of 2 cents there. Thank you.
Videos like